Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, whenever you're watching. Welcome. I'm Kelly, and today we're going to do a little gentle yoga, but we're going to enlist the support of a chair. So if you have a chair that doesn't have armrests, go ahead and press pause if this is a replay and go grab a chair. If you have blocks and you would like to have the earth elevated ever so slightly, go ahead and grab 2 of those as well. And then I will meet you on your chair. Let's welcome our body. So welcoming your body. Maybe just stretch your legs long, reach your arms overhead. Let's kind of see what feels good, what feels tight. Maybe you can look at your toes or find your way folding over just for a moment to see how your back is. And just say, good morning, body. How you doing? It's either been a full day or you're about ready to start it. And then come all the way to the very, very back of your seat so you can feel your back rest. And just take a moment, feel the support, your spine. If your legs are short, if you're blessed with a very tall-legged chair or legs that don't reach the ground, place your feet on the ground so that they can comfortably rest. At any time you want blocks, use them. You don't have to use them at all. But feel the support of the chair behind you, the ground or the blocks underneath you, and let your hands rest on your thighs. And maybe close your eyes and take a few breaths. If you want to make that better mind-body connection with your breath, place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And again, with eyes closed, as you breathe in and out, just notice the length of your inhales versus your exhales. Are your breaths shallow? Are they quick? How is the quality of your breath? See if you can draw your exhales out just a little longer than the inhales. Two more deep, full, slow rounds of breath. Just recognizing thoughts that you brought with you. Setting to-do lists outside this place. Nice. Let your eyes open. Let your hands come back down if they were on your chest and your belly. Let this be a time to just be here. There's nothing to do except just to enjoy your body. So we're going to scooch up so we're back off the backrest of our seat. I'm going to scooch my blocks to either side so my feet can rest on the ground. But again, your body is your body. Let it work for you. So finding your sits bones underneath you. Knees are over ankles, not way back behind or in front, but stacked right in over the ankle. Joints are stacked, shoulders over hips. Take a moment and just roll your shoulders up to your ears and then back behind you, and then send your shoulders down and look down at the ground. Bring your shoulders forward, lift your eyes. And as you lift your shoulders up, lift your chin, lift your eyes all the way up. Draw your shoulders back behind you, look forward. And then as your shoulders roll down, let your chin drop to your chest. Nice. One more slow motion shoulder roll. Really feeling all the little parts that help you move. Nice. And then find a nice stillness in the shoulders. Imagine a thread coming out the crown of the head to help you sit even taller than you are right now. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, your hands drop by your side, palms facing forward. Maybe you feel your shoulder blades roll down your spine again, even more. The seated Tadasana, you feel your feet, their fingers reaching for the earth, the crown reaching for the sky, sitting as tall as you can. And as you go through your practice today, notice as you breathe in, your spine grows as long as it can. And as you exhale, maybe you twist or fold or bend. This is where we find the space in our spine. So take another breath, sit as tall as you can. Inhale your arms all up to the sky. Big breath. Tadasana. Extended mountain pose. Looking up at the sky. So grateful for this time to move and breathe and just connect with yourself. Take one more breath, let the fingertips touch. And as you exhale, twist open to the right. Your hands can float, or you can take that right hand to the base of your seat, and the left hand can come to the outside of the right knee. As you breathe in again, grow long and tall through the spine. And exhale, twist, looking all the way over your right shoulder, and maybe let your eyes join the twist, looking far off the edge of your vision, as far right as possible. Notice your breath. And draw the exhales out just a little longer. 2 more breaths. And 1 more. As you inhale, let your eyes and face and shoulders come forward. Arms reach all the way up. Big breath. Fingertips touch. You're tall through the spine. And now we twist to the left. Your hands can float. Or again, left hand to the base of your seat. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Press down to lift yourself up. And as you exhale, look over your left shoulder, letting your eyes look as left as you possibly can. And we'll stay here for 3 or so slow breaths. Hear your breath. Notice your body, how it shifts as you breathe out. One more round of breath. Let your eyes, your face, your shoulders come forward. Lift all the way up. Big breath. We're going to swan dive down. So the chest leads forward, arms reach back behind you, and then down to the ground. And for me, I've got my blocks. The earth is a little far away, so I'm going to set them on my medium setting. Let my belly rest on my thighs, and then eventually let my head be heavy. As you inhale, do a little halfway lift. A nice strong flat back. Bring your hands to your knees, fingers coming inward, and press all the way up to a nice tall seat. Let your fingertips roll forward off the front of your kneecaps. And as you breathe in, lift your heart, a little seated cow. Maybe you feel that arch in your back. And then as you exhale, round through the spine, let your chin drop to your chest. Move with your breath 2 more times. Seated cow. And seated cat. 1 more. Maybe close your eyes and see the curvature of your spine. Tracking the breath as it flows in and out of your lungs. 1 more big breath. Sit nice and tall. Reach your arms all the way up. Interlace your fingers and flip your palms to stamp the sky. Heel toe your feet out just a little wider. And then exhale over to one side. And rise. And to the other. And lift. Lift your eyes a little microphone at the top. And as you exhale, come forward, flip your palms to the insides and continue rolling all the way over. Hands come in between the legs. And maybe you're able to let your palms come all the way to the ground. Heel toeing your feet as wide as you need to. Releasing your neck. Walk your fingers out, out, out in front, pinkies to the ground, thumb to sky. It's almost like a sumo squat with your thighs and your feet, but press through the feet. Feel the strength in your legs, your arms, your core muscles, lifting yourself all the way up. Big breath here. And exhale, hands to heart. Feel those feet back into center. Nice. All right, let's come down to our feet. Let's take our left leg. You can take your hands, interlace them behind your thighs if you want. Notice how I roll my shoulders back and down. Flex your foot, point your toe, rotate round and round. Nice. And if you'd like to, see if you can begin to lift your fingers out from underneath, holding that foot, flexing the foot, lift your arms all the way up, big breath. And then you reach forward. Hold that thigh and bring it in. Hug it in, holding on to the fronts of your kneecaps. Again, finding space in the ankles. Appreciating all the cricks and crackles. Nice. We're going to use the strength of our arms, taking just your right hand to the front of the knee. So using this hand, imagine our strong biceps and the arms sitting as tall as you can. Flex that foot. Strengthen arms, strengthen shoulder. Take a breath here. As you exhale, we're going to open our leg all the way over to the right and set it down. Reposition yourself so you feel comfortable and let your hands come to the inside of your knees. Fingers are towards the midline of your body. And we're going to press that right knee away, drop the right shoulder down, and look over the left. Take a breath, rise. And do that again. Same direction. Press the right knee away, drop the right shoulder down, look over the left. Maybe you go a little further. Inhale, come up. We're going to do this one more time. Take a breath. And exhale one last time, just opening through that leg, the hip, the shoulder, and the neck all at the same time. And when you rise this time, you can take your hand underneath your thigh and pick it up, cross it all the way over. We're going to place our ankle over our left knee. So we're not having a cup of coffee. We're just setting the ankle itself on top of the knee. And again, aligning knee over ankle so joints are stacked. If this is too intense, you can take your bottom foot and heel toe it over to the side just to ease that intensity. Or you can even place your foot on a block here, right? So there's all sorts of options you can take. You listen to your body and see what feels good for you. My ankle is over my knee. Flex your foot and take your thumbs. We're going to rub the inside arches of our feet. So much of the tightness in our body can be loosened with a little myofascial release from the feet. So going from the base of the heel up to that big toe mound, from the big toe mound to the pinky toe mound, little squeezes. And then give each toe a little hug, a little squash, a little squeeze. And come up to your ankles, up the fronts of your shin. And when you get to your knee, we're going to take our right hand, flip the palm, and glide it all the way down the length and press our elbow into our knee. So you'll notice that deepens the sensation. Flex this foot. You can stay right here, or if you'd like some more, take your arms down towards the ground, folding over. See if you can keep a nice flat back first. Keeping this foot flexed to protect your knee. And on your next exhale, if it feels good, you can round the spine, let your head be heavy, let the fingers reach down for the earth. And let your eyes begin to lift, thumb to sky, reach those arms all the way out in front, lifting all the way up to the sky. Big breath, little microphone at the top. And exhale, bring your hands down. And let's cross that leg now, all the way over. You can rotate your ankle, take the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Right hand can come to the base or the back of your chair, but press down to lift up tall and enjoy twisting all the way over to the right. Our future depends on what we do in the present. And right now you're pouring it into yourself. Well done. Come forward, uncross that leg. And let's reposition as you need. Reach your arms to the sky, big breath. And swan dive down. Releasing your neck. Maybe your fingertips touch the ground or the palms. Walk your fingers out, thumb to sky, press down through your feet and rise. Nice strong back, strong leg, strong arms, lifting all the way up. Right hand grabs left wrist and over to the right. Lift. Separate those arms in cactus, feeling those shoulder blades pinch together as your heart lifts. Big breath up, grow through the spine. Grab the right wrist and lean over to the left. Inhale, rise. One more time, cactus those arms. And inhale. Hand comes down. Nice. Let's pay attention to our left leg. Interlace those fingers behind the thigh. Lift it up. Rotate your ankle round and round. Point and flex. And then extend that leg nice and long. point and flex and rotate. And once you feel like you can hang out here, you can continue holding onto the backs of your thighs or let those hands begin to lift off, noticing the strength in this upper hip flexor here. Nice. Maybe your arms lift all the way up, big breath. And then hands come down. Hold on to the backs of your thigh and hug your knee in towards your body. Interlacing your fingers around the fronts of your kneecap. Again, pointing, flexing, finding that space in the ankles. And then use just your left hand to hold on to your left knee, sitting as tall as you can. Feel these muscles in your arms. Let them work hard. Let your leg be nice and heavy. Really feel the strength in your upper body. One more breath here. And then begin to set that knee over to the left as far as you can. Gently set it down and reposition yourself so that your knees are about at a 90-degree angle. Fingers roll to the inside of the knees. And just like we did on the right, this time the left leg is going to push back. Left shoulder will drop. We'll look over the right. So take a breath. Left knee presses away. Left shoulder drops. Look to the right. Inhale, release, and rise. Let's do that 2 more times. Connect with your breath. Feeling each time a little more space in that left thigh, left shoulder. Inhale, rise. And last time, maybe even feel a little more space through the neck. Inhale, lift. Take that leg, bring it all the way back. And this time we're going to cross our ankle over our knee, flexing the foot, stacking joints. And again, taking any of those options, either to lessen the intensity or even setting your left ankle on a block if that feels good. And with a flexed left foot, begin to rub up the arches of this side. I often joke, yoga meets day spa is my favorite kind of yoga. So these little moments where you can offer yourself a little bit of self-love, a little attention, they're important because we race and we go and we do so much, we forget how to just be and love ourselves just a little bit more. When our cup is empty, there's not a whole lot we can give other people. So these moments are good. Rubbing up our ankles, squeezing up our shins. And when you get to your knee, let your left elbow rest on your knee, flip your hand and just allow your body to rest. Again, what feels good in my body may feel different for you. So gauge, what would you like to do? Keep this foot flexed. If you need more, let those fingers reach for the ground with a flat back first. Nice and neutral spine, keeping the integrity and the length of the spine. And then on your next exhale, if you so choose, fold over, letting the head be heavy. Then lift your eyes, tracking your thumb with your eyes as you reach your hands out in front and continue feeling all the muscles engaged in your body as you rise all the way up, a little teeny micro bend at the top. And then bring your hands down. And let's cross that leg all the way over. Right hand comes to the outside of the left leg. Left arm comes behind or allow it to float. Press down to lift up. And enjoy twisting over to the left. Slowly come back to center. Uncrisscross those legs. Reposition yourself as you need. Arms find the sky, big breath up. Swan dive down. I have my blocks and I'm going to place them on the medium setting for me on the outsides of my feet. If you don't have blocks and the ground is a little far away, use tented fingertips, strong fingers. The important thing is not to let your fingers mash like this so that you're stretching that out. So just be kind to yourself. Find the support that works for you. Your knees are over ankles. Hands are down by the blocks. Keep the left hand firmly planted and look at your left hand, your right hand, tracking your right thumb as you let it float up as high as it does. And wherever is enough, then stop right there. Look at your elbow, look at your wrist. Can you make it nice and straight? Keep the hand high, take a breath here. And then while the hand is lifted, let your eyes float down to the ground and over your left shoulder. Slowly lift your eyes back up to the right fingertips and let them come down. Planting the right hand, left arm floats all the way up, tracking your thumb with your eyes. Taking a breath here. Keep the hand high as you look down at the ground and over your right shoulder. Inhale all the way, eyes find those fingers, and let them gently float back down. Feet pressed down, arms off to the side, rooting down to rise all the way up. Big breath here. Nice. Hands are at prayer mudra at the heart. Let your fingers point forward. As you breathe in, send your fingers away from the body and then open nice and wide, almost like the backs of the hands are trying to touch. As you exhale, bring your right hand over your left. We're going to cross elbows. Maybe the backs of the hands touch. Maybe you can hook all the way around wherever you are. Send your elbows away from your body. Take a breath and lift your arms. Lift your gaze, feeling that stretch to the underside of the armpits, the shoulders. And then as you exhale, still sit tall and just bring the elbows towards your heart, letting your head drop, feeling the shoulder blades separate behind you. Inhale all the way up. Release your arms. Find the wiggle, the squiggle, the space that you need. Nice. And then once more, arms open big and wide. Eyes lift. And this time, the left hand goes under. Wrong. This time, the left hand goes on top. Find your elbows that work for you. Find your little catch with your hand. Send the elbows away from your body and lift all the way up. Big breath. And then exhale, keeping a tall spine. Just bring those elbows in towards your center, and dropping your chest, dropping your chin. Inhale all the way back up, releasing your arms, finding that space that feels good for you. Nice. We're going to turn so that our legs are pointing to the side so that the back of the chair is not interfering. We're going to reach our arms behind us. Interlace your fingers, send the knuckles all the way down so we're opening across the front of the chest. And then exhale, hinge forward, and you can stay here or continue folding over, letting the knuckles lift up off the low back, releasing your neck. Inhale, slowly rise, lift your arms, take a big breath here. And we're gonna do a slow motion stand up. So this is a little different from our normal. Normally when we stand up, we go, yeah, and we use the momentum to help lift us. And this time, scoot your booty to the edge of your seat. We're gonna reach our arms far forward, and then you're gonna feel your seat begin to lift up. And with control, how slowly can you stand? Feeling the strength in your legs, maybe through your core muscles, up through the arms. Take a little microben at the top. Exhale, hands back to your heart. We're going to move our furniture around ever so slightly. So take your chair, and we're going to place it at the mat, the top edge of our mat, so that there's room to step back. And anytime you're doing chair yoga, just make sure you've got something safe so you're not on like wooden floors and your chair slips out. You want it to be nice and safe. So we're about a foot distance back away from our chair. Lifting your arms all the way up, big breath. Bow up through heart center. Let your hands come to the chair. This nice place you can stay here or bend the elbows and deeply fold over. Inhale, lengthen through the arms, a little halfway lift. Softness in the knees, bend the elbows forward, fold. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. Pause here. Take the left foot back. We're going to set the toe down and just lift and lower that back heel. Nice. As you lift that back heel, bring it up a little closer to your body. Set the heel down and maybe step the right knee forward so that your knee is touching your chair. And then lengthen through the right leg, sending the right hip back and then forward. So just exploring the space in our hips. And with softness in the right knee, it's not super bent. It's definitely not locked. You can stay right here in this little pyramid pose or come a little deeper, coming onto your forearms, onto your chair. And here you can softly take subtle movements, sending the right hip back or bringing the left hip forward, just deepening that stretch through the hamstring. And here, notice if you're clenching anything or furrowing your brow, clenching your jaw, have tension in your shoulders. As you breathe out, soften the things that don't need to give any effort. Bring your hands to the base of your chair, lengthen through the arms. We're going to step that left foot all the way back and drop the heel down one more time, scooching that knee forward and rising up. Little warrior one here. Lengthen through your front leg. And exhale, sink back, cactus those arms off to the side. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen everything. And exhale. Bring your hands to the chair. Lift your back heel. Let the right foot meet the left. A little modified downward dog. So you can pedal one leg, lifting and lowering heels. You can even send your seat back a little further, allowing the biceps to come around your ears, sinking into the shoulder harness. Wherever you are, lift your eyes, bend your knees, and lift up on your tiptoes, coming all the way back to your chair. Drop the heels, bend the elbows, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend the knees, arms outstretched, root down to rise all the way up, little micro bend. And exhale, bow, hands come back to the seats and bend the elbows, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, set the right foot back, keeping the heel lifted. We're going to lift and lower that back heel. Just stretching out that calf. Lift the right leg, bringing it closer, drop the heel down, and you can scooch your left leg forward so that your knee can touch the chair, and then lengthen it. So we're here for pyramid on this side. So it's a much shorter stance. A lot of time for longer legged humans, we have a longer stance, but for pyramid, a shorter stance. And here you can send your hip back, bring it forward. And if it feels good to you, come onto your forearms. And here, again, just exploring the space that you hold in your hips and up the back of your hamstring. Hands come to the seat of your chair, press yourself up, bend that front knee forward and step that right foot back just a little further. So we've got this warrior one stance. And when you're ready, arms extend all the way up. Inhale, lengthen through your front leg. As you exhale, bend that knee back to touch the chair and cactus your arms off to the side. Do that again. Breathe in, lengthen, and exhale, find space. Bring your hands to your chair. Lift that back heel. Let the left foot meet the right. One more opportunity for a little downward dog. You can explore. You can play. You can feel what feels good in your body. Just grateful for all the parts that allowed you to move and breathe and pour energy back into your own cup. Lift your eyes to your feet, bend your knees, roll all the way up and tiptoe back up to your chair. Drop the heels, bend the knees, bend the elbows, and reach all the way up, rooting down to rise. Big breath, and hands to heart. Nice. So for chair yoga, you can come do our final rest in a seated pose, or if you'd like to join me and try something new, I'm going to put myself down onto the ground and do legs up the wall using a chair. So what can that look like? Well, if you come to your seat and scoot your hips, so it's almost like you're trying to sit sideways on the chair. So my left hip is on the ground, my seat is next to the chair legs, and just swing one leg up, other leg up, and they should rest comfortably on your seat. Once you're there, ease yourself back down onto the ground. Take a moment to fiddle around and find the space that you need. And then wherever you are, whether your legs are on the seat or you're sitting on your seat, let your hands come to your belly or your thighs. Take a big breath here. Open mouth, let it go. Notice the ground on which you are being supported, whether it's the length of your spine as you lie on the ground or the seat and the bottoms of your feet as you sit. Notice your body is heavier. Your eyes are closed. As you take a big breath, bring your awareness to the very, very top of your head. As you exhale, feel the top of your head begin to relax. All the muscles around the skull, the front of the eyebrows, the little wrinkles where we smile around our eyes. Let that space become soft. Feeling your temples begin to soften and your jaw relax. But pause and open your mouth really wide. Wow. And then just bring the lips back to touch gently. Noticing the tongue is heavy. Even the insides of your cheeks are relaxing. Maybe swallow and feel the inside of your throat open a little wider so that the air can flow freely in and out of your body. Feeling the fronts and back and sides of your necks relaxing, releasing tension. Down the shoulders, feeling heaviness down the length of the arms, to the elbows, to your wrists. Even your hands are relaxed and heavy. Wander your awareness back up the length of the arms to your shoulders and come to the center of your chest. From the center of your heart, begin to feel all that space around the collarbones and ribs begin to relax. Down the length of your spine, all of it relaxing, getting heavier and softer. Maybe noticing how soft your belly rises and falls with each gentle breath. Traveling down to the base of the body, to the hips, and continuing that sense of deep relaxation through the bones of the thighs, the knees, the lower legs to the ankles, even the soles of the feet, and every little toe is relaxed. The whole body is relaxed. Peace in the body, peace of the mind, peace within your heart. Shavasana. Very gently, without moving any body parts, bring your awareness back to your body. Feeling the edges of your skin, your fingertips and toes. Noticing the clothes on your body and the breath moving in and out of your lungs. As your awareness grows, your breath begins to grow. And as you draw in fresh oxygen, let that be a little signal to wake up your fingers and toes, maybe opening and closing your hands, rotating wrists and ankles, maybe bending elbows and reaching overhead. No matter where you are, you can hug one knee or both into your chest at the same time. If you're seated, stay there. If you're with me on the ground, lift your legs to the sky. Hug them in, and we're going to gently bring the knees over to one side and pause just for a moment. Letting your lower arm be like a pillow for your head. If you did legs up the chair, a lot of the lymph just drained out of your legs. So we want to give our body time to reacclimate. Send that top leg long. Take your hand and press yourself back up slowly, easily. Coming back up into a seat. And no matter where you are today, let's take a few more moments here, letting one ear come to one shoulder. Letting your chin drop towards the center. And then slowly making your way over so the other ear finds the other shoulder. Lift your eyes to the sky. Lift your arms up above. Take one more breath, one more moment to say thank you for this time today. As you exhale, bring your hands back to heart center, leaving a little space in between the palms of your hands to hold that which is most sacred to you. Whatever you needed today through your practice, take that with you as you go through the rest of your day. Be safe, be strong, keep your joy, and share your love. And know that you are loved unconditionally. Namaste. Well, I hope you enjoyed maybe trying something new. Chair yoga, never tried that before. I think it's a nice little variation to take now and then. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.